Okay. Does anyone here have a question? Okay, let's pass the microphone down here.
My question is, in terms of being in a relationship, how to stay in presence and have the emotions come up and work through all of that.
Well, that is a big, big question, isn't it? You can probably just put that down. First of all, you have to realize that you're in the relationship basically not because you love whoever you're with, but because that's one of your best opportunities for awakening. Because the relationship is like a mirror. And the mirror is constantly reflecting to you every aspect of your unconsciousness, who you've become, the unconscious patterns and strategies that developed in childhood, the projections, the unfulfilled needs, where you're still reaching out to father or mother to have someone be here for you, the judgments, the expectations, the resentments. Relationships are really good for bringing all of this up. For the most part, though, we just get lost in our projections. We think, oh, it's you, it's your fault. Whereas God sent this person into your life to trigger everything within you. So every time you're triggered, you should just say, thank you very much. Now let me bring consciousness to my part in this. And by the way, I would be extremely grateful if you would bring consciousness to your part in this, or whatever you need to bring consciousness to. But if you don't, that's okay too. I'll stay in this relationship until I've learned my lessons, then I'm out of here. Because we'll be at a different level of consciousness. So I'm out of here, and I know that someone will come into my life who will be more in tune with this new level of consciousness, because I've taken responsibility for myself at every level. I'm deepening into presence. I'm bringing consciousness to all of my unconsciousness. I'm arising in mastery of my mind and ego. I'm no longer involved in blame or guilt or pleasing others or taking care of others. Not that you can't take care, but not in the way that you lose yourself. Now, the good news is it's possible for your partner also to gaze into the mirror. And if you're both gazing into the mirror and you're both doing the work, it becomes a really fast train towards awakening. And the relationship can move very quickly and easily from a dysfunctional relationship full of blame and projection and looking to the other for unfulfilled needs from childhood. It can slowly and gradually and gently transform into an entirely different kind of relationship where it's based in presence. It's not based in the story. You haven't attracted your partner in because your partner is a good match for your every dysfunctional aspect of yourself. See, if you feel unloved, for example, from childhood, you need to attract a man who finds it difficult to express love. If you feel bad about yourself from childhood or from other lifetimes, you need to attract into your life a judgmental man, because he's going to prove to you that you're right. And we all need to be right. So, as you become more and more present, more and more responsible, more a master of your mind and ego, and if your partner's doing the same, then the relationship transforms slowly and gradually and gently. Now it's a conscious relationship. Now you're whole. You're not looking to your partner to be there for you. You're looking to your partner to be there with you. Huge difference. Just change that one little word from for to with, and everything changes. You feel whole and complete within yourself. Your partner is whole and complete within himself. And in a sense, the foundation of the relationship is being present. It's not even that much about loving each other. to be perfectly honest with you. Because if you're really present and awake, you are love. If your partner is fully present and awake, your partner is love. I can never quite reconcile why we need to love each other when I'm love and you're love. I don't quite get that. On the other hand, if you are present and awake and you are love, then naturally you're going to express yourself lovingly. And if you don't, there's your opportunity to bring consciousness to every unconscious aspect of yourself. But do so without judgment. Confess to your partner every time you're caught in unconsciousness. But with love. And your partner needs to keep quiet when you're confessing. You don't need your partner's help. You just need the opportunity to confess whatever's arising within you, and your partner is like a Buddha. Sits there and receives your confession. That's all. Now, it's difficult. I know that this sounds a little ideal because we humans are so lost that most relationships are extremely dysfunctional and difficult. We just get lost. Then we stay in dysfunctional relationships because we're afraid to be alone. And we fail to look into the mirror. But if you know how to be in a relationship, it will heal you. Can anyone attest to that? Is anyone experiencing that in their relationships, in their lives? I'm putting my hand up, Mary. Good. And the other thing is, you cannot expect your partner to be perfect. You have to accept the humanness of your partner. You know, you at one level your partner is like a god, or godlike. At the deepest level of presence, of course, so are you. But your partner is also human, with all the human frailties of having to live in a world of duality, living in the world of time. Allow your partner the luxury of making mistakes. But hopefully when your partner makes a mistake, there's a very quick apology that comes with it. And I mean an apology in true humility. It's pointless if your partner just keeps repeating the same mistake. But if your partner's willing to really see that I acted unconsciously, I'm sorry. I really will commit to not doing that again. And even if your partner does it again, that's okay, as long as he apologizes. Sooner or later it'll get better. And of course you're doing the same thing. The need to be right is extremely damaging, destructive within relationships. Particularly men. Don't men generally need to be right? I mean, women do too, but they keep it more concealed. But my recommendation is the more skilled you are at surrendering the need to be right, the more harmonious your relationship will be. And just say to your partner, yes, dear, you're right. Just practice that. Make it a mantra. Yes, dear, you're right. Absolutely. I apologize. Whatever I did, you've got to be sincere. Whatever I did, I apologize. You know, relationships, I always encourage people to be in relationship. But don't get lost in them. Don't get lost in love. Almost the whole of humanity is lost in what I call false love. We're lost in the object of the love. The love projects onto the object of the love, then you get lost in it. We need to remember that if you love your partner in any given moment, the only thing it means is that in that moment you are love. That's all it means. It never goes beyond that. Your partner might happen to be lovable. That might be so. But it doesn't alter the deeper truth, which is in any given moment that you are loving your partner or feeling love, it means you are love. Don't let it get too mixed up with your partner. Don't think it's about your partner. It's a statement about you. If your partner loves you in any given moment, same thing. The other thing I can say about love is that love never goes beyond the moment. The truth of love arises from presence when you're present. It's who you are when you're present. When you're truly present, you are love. But if you take it into the mind, all sorts of things are starting to go on. As you take the love that is your true essence into relationship, which is based by its very nature in time, now what you're really saying is, good, I love you, now you're going to be here for me. Until death do us part, and if you're not here for me, I'll kill you anyway. You'll be here for me. Now I can project onto you. Now I can project all my expectations and resentments onto you. If you take it too far into time and you start to get comfortable because you've found someone to be there for you, you just bring the whole of your dysfunctional past and project it right into the relationship. Now there's nothing wrong with that, just bring it to consciousness. The only moment you can ever love another is in this moment. Everything else is a beautiful illusion. I know that the world is not ready for what I just said. I'm okay with that. But it's the truth. Everything else has hooks in it, fantasy in it, projections in it, losing yourself in it. If you're present, you are love. And if you happen to be feeling love for another, it's because you are love in that moment. That's about it. Is anybody ready for what I'm saying? Okay. Good. Okay, so thank you for your question. Hopefully that was helpful. Is he your partner?
No.
Oh, okay, he's not here. Okay, I shouldn't even assume it's a he, should I? It is, okay. Okay, does anybody else want to ask a question? All right, then just put the microphone down and we'll be present for a little while. Which is really the point in our being here, is it not? And just close your eyes. Or you can have them open, it doesn't really matter. Just bring yourself present with your body breathing in this moment. Your body can only breathe in the moment. If you go too far into your mind, your body feels in a subtle way abandoned by you. But if you're present, aware of the body breathing, the body feels comforted. Good, he's back, she's back. I'm not alone. Present with the body breathing. Present with the sound you hear in each moment. Present with the feeling of air upon your face, your hands. Present with the sense of space all around you and inside you. Just present with what is here. Here in the moment with you. Then I can ask you, who is present? Present with what is here in this moment. I am. I am. I am. Silent presence. eternal, silent presence. I am that. I am.